everyone, my name is Abhishek Jain, and through this video I'm just gonna explain how can we use a Docker module of a Python programming language to just manipulate or control our Docker environment, right? And we know that, if you are aware of Docker, probably you will be because you are watching this video, then you know that there are a lot of commands which you just run. So, for example, you run this something like Docker images to get all images, then you run Docker PS to get all containers are there, right? So, right now there is nothing. I guess I should be having few, so they are in stop state. So let me just run it. Just run this. Okay, so I'm just using here the UI part, but if I wanted to just stop, start, or any command whatsoever you run through the command line, you can just do the coding to just do that programmatically, right? So let's do that. How we can just do all those basic commands through the Docker module, right? So the very first dependency which you have is you have to install a Docker module, which is very easy to install. It's Docker install pip install Docker, and then only thing which you need to do is just import this Docker module, okay? And then you have to just create a Docker client object, okay? This is going to give almost all the objects which you can think of to just maintain your Docker environment, right? And for that, there is a form environment, and this will return the Docker object, the client object, and through this, you can do whatever you want. So, for example, if you just wanted to see how many images are there, right? So, for that, you can just call this images, and inside this, you have list, and this is gonna get us a list of images. So this is going to give us the image object, and then what you can do is you can iterate through with these images, image list, and you can just print image, and there are a lot of attributes inside this. And for that, what you can do is I'll just going to give you the URL of this, read the docs, and you can just go through the documentation, and then you will get to know how many attributes you have. So for example, we have this is gonna just print out the complete object. Then we have tags, we have IDs as well. There are many more which you can just read the document and you can just do that. So this way we can get all the images which we have, right? So we can get all the images, and then the next thing what we can do, similarly we can extract all the container as well. So let me just create a variable called container list, and then what I can do is I can call this containers class, and then we have list inside this is gonna return us a container object list, and then we can reiterate through with this, and we can print out this container. Similarly, this has a lot of attributes. I'm just gonna give some print out some major one like name. Then we have status. If you want to see which image is being used, that also you can do. Probably just put CLS, run this. Okay, so I get first MySQL container, which is the running state. Similarly here. Okay, so the next thing which we can do, we can stop these running container. How can I do that? So for that, this object has one function called stop, which is going to stop the container. So this way we are just going to stop both the containers. uh, so let me just run this one more time, because this object has created when it was in a running mode, and we have stopped in the last one. So now again we wanted to see whether it's in a stop state or not. Let me just put CLS, let me run it. Okay, it's in a running state, stopping, and then it's again running state. It's still showing running. Why? Let's see whether it's stopped or not. Docker ps minus a, exited 0, stop. This means stop, but here the code, why this is happening, because we are just extracting this list without giving anything. And whenever we do so, and And the problem here is uh, we are using this container list object which we created before the stop. So here we haven't created this object one more time. So basically we have to create this again. But the problem here is, I know what problem we're gonna get. So let me just stop this. So now we stop the container, and now we again extract the container object list, and again if we run it, I'm pretty much sure it's not gonna give us anything. Yep, as expected. And the reason is, if you do not give any attributes here, what it does is it returns active containers, right? So here we have to give all true, and if I do so, then it will just return all the containers, whether it's in a running state or in a stop state, right? So right now it's in stop state. The next thing is, what we can do is we can again use all equals to true. I can uncomment this, and I can start this container. Again, method is very simple. We can use this start, and I'm creating again. So this time this code look good, and if I just run this Python main one more time, it's running, it's exited, then it's running in a running state, right? So if I just run this ps, I should be seeing all these in up in last 6 seconds, 5 seconds, right? So that is how you can start and stop the container. And similarly, if you want to remove, all you need is you have to just stop the container, or you can just put remove here, or if you want to restart the container, you can just do like this. I mean, these functions are very helpful when you want to especially I use this docker module most of the time for some of the testing, most of the time resiliency testing or the volatility testing of my services. But you can use this depending upon your need, right? So it's completely up to your imagination or your problem in hand, what kind of problem you have. And if you think that rather than running those commands through the command line tools, you can use this Python module to just control your Docker environment. Similarly, there is some other command. For example, if you want to pull the image, okay, so command is very straightforward. Then you have to use images, and then you can use pull, and you can just give the postgres latest, and this is going to pull the image. Similarly, if you want to run the containers, and that also you can do, all you need is uh, docker client object dot containers dot run. And then here you have to provide a lot of stuff. For example, if you just go to the documentation, containers and run, then you have image command, and there is a lot of keyword arguments which you have to provide. You can just always refer to this document. I just for your reference, I just created this this command through which you can run this. So what I'm doing is I'm just running the postgres, but this postgres with first postgres is already running. So let me just rename this to second postgres, and if I run this, let me just put this. I think we should get 3 containers now. Docker client is not defined. Oh, I just copy paste that, but this is not Docker client, this is Docker client object. Okay, now it should work. And okay, so we can see we should have 3 container now. The second one is second postgres, right? So that is how you can run your container as well. So this Docker module is very powerful, and that is what I wanted to cover in this video. But now we're gonna cover some more real-time scenarios and more advanced topic in our next video. Until then, stay healthy and keep learning a new thing. And thanks for watching this video. And if you have any feedback or comment through which you think that I can improve the quality of these videos, please feel free to put that in the comment section. And if you want me to cover any specific topic, you can just put that in the comment section. I would do my best to come up with those videos which you are requesting. So one more time, thanks for watching this, and that's it from my side for this video.